Welcome to Real Simple, the show that gives you practical and beautiful solutions to make your life easier. I'm Sydney Welburn.
I'm Rob Keefe.
And I'm Dina Kerben Blizzard. We'll help you do the things that you have to do to give you more time for the things that you want to do. Starting with
loud cell phone talkers and people who cut in line in front of you. Sometimes strangers can be so rude. Don't lose your cool. Here's how to handle them.
Turn to the other person and you say, I'm having trouble hearing the movie. Could you keep it down?
No more overstuffed suitcases. We'll show you how to pack right.
You want to make sure you don't take too much, but that you have the right items. And if you pack around 2 basic colors, it really will lengthen what you can use when you're traveling.
need to make dinner fast? We're making sloppy joes in under 30 minutes.
That's the sloppy stuff I love. That's good.
Delicious.
We'll meet the Moores, proud parents of their newest arrival.
Sometimes you forget that he's 13 years old. He's like a little man in a child's body.
All that and more coming up on Real Simple.
Something that people do in public that I find exceedingly rude is when we're on elevators and they're talking on their cell phones.
Driving a car and talking on the cell phone.
Just being rude to other people, not saying sorry when they bump into them.
People who speak loudly in places that should be quiet.
Everyone has a pet peeve when it comes to rude strangers. Mine is people cutting in front of me in line. But what do you do in a situation like that? Do you stand there and stew about it and just let it ruin your day? Or do you confront the person and risk an unpleasant scene? Well, we're in search of a better alternative, so we've come to beautiful Seattle, Washington to talk with etiquette expert Mary Mitchell, author of The Complete Idiot's Guide to Etiquette. Hi, Mary.
Hello.
Thank you for having me in beautiful Seattle.
Welcome,
You have a wonderful city. Now, I like to think of myself as a relatively well-mannered young lady, but we could all use a little bit of guidance these days.
Well, sure, because times are changing so fast. And our technology has created sort of a vacuum around us. And so we really don't deal with each other face to face like we used to.
So let's talk about the most common instances of rude behavior. For example, someone cutting in front of you in line. What's the best way to handle it without causing a scene?
Well, you do handle it.
Okay.
I'd like you to repeat something after me.
Sure.
Okay? Say, it's raining outside.
It's raining outside.
Exactly the tone of voice that you used when you said, it's raining outside, like you're stating the obvious. That's how you say, I'm not sure if you know, but this is the end of the line.
Great.
No judgment, no accusation, and chances are the person you're talking to will not take you on.
Good.
And will not feel judged and angry or defensive.
Okay.
Because when people feel defensive, that's when they start fighting back.
Right. Now, that works in a coffee shop, at the grocery store, but road rage is now a problem. And what if another driver cuts you off on the highway?
If the person is really creating a danger to other drivers and other passengers, then get on your phone, call 911, tell the police as much as you can about the driver, about the car, and let the professionals handle it.
Mary, how do you handle a loud talker in a movie theater? Someone talking or even, God forbid, answering a cell phone?
Happens, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
You just turn to the other person and you say, I'm having trouble hearing the movie. Could you keep it down? When you do that, you're using I language instead of you language. So when you use I language, it sort of takes the sting out of the criticism.
Sure.
Because if I say to you, Sydney, you're talking way too loud. Well, you're not going to think.
I immediately bristle.
That's right. That's right. Why? Because we only get defensive when we know we're wrong.
Good point. For more tips on dealing with rude behavior, you can check out our website at pbs.org. Now, dealing with other people's rude behavior can be difficult, but even more difficult is when we're the ones who are caught being rude. So how do you handle being the bad guy in a situation like that?
You apologize. Okay. We all need to know how to apologize. And when we apologize, we simply apologize for the effect that our behavior had on somebody else. So that might sound like, Sydney, I apologize for making such a stupid, thoughtless comment. I never meant to hurt your feelings. We need to be accountable.
Definitely.
And we also need to teach other people by walking our talk.
Great. Thank you so much for these great tips on how to deal with the rudeness of strangers. I feel like I live in a more civilized society already.
You're welcome.